All right, we're recording today. Does everybody know how to record these things? If you guys want to host your own and save the recordings,
No.
okay. You can't do it from your phone. So if you're on your phone, it won't work. But you can do it from your computer pretty easily.
Well, usually my internet works is it doesn't. So
that could be a problem.
yeah.
Daniel, it looks like you're muted. Oh, it looks like you're on here twice.
Sure? Am I muted?
No, you're not. You're good. But you need to mute the mic on your. Maybe you need to mute the speaker on your phone.
The mic on my phone?
Oh man, you're coming through twice. You sound like.
Yeah, is it still coming through twice?
You're echoing.
That's better. Oh, now you're muted completely.
Well, when I turn it on my computer.
You might want to play audio through your phone then and mute your computer's mic.
How about now?
Speakers. Try that.
How about now?
That's better. That's perfect.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Hey, everybody. Who's here?
Hey.
Hey. Hey, it's for horses.
No.
Wait, what is this one? Oh, it's weird. I'm seeing myself. Well, that's distracting.
You can pin other people or unpin yourself, and then whoever's talking will pop up.
All right, I'm going to present.
And then, yeah. If you're presenting, then your phone should display that unless you have someone else pinned.
Can y'all see that? My presentation screen?
Your personal gold mine. Toilet paper. Everybody stock up.
TP. Is everybody good on TP?
I got some 24 karat TP.
Man. See that video of the guy? He was pretending like he was paying his bills with toilet paper. He was like had a whole stack and he was like ripping out a piece and sticking it in there.
That's funny.
We have toilet paper, but it's not the brand that I like because we had to buy crap toilet paper.
Yeah,
that's
I'm very sad about it.
The good stuff goes quick.
Mm-hmm.
So here, if you punch a hole in your wall, there's some soft material inside between the studs you can use for toilet paper. It's really nice and soft.
Oh my gosh!
Have you seen that?
No.
Somebody posted that on Facebook. Could you imagine?
Gonna have an
that would be the absolute worst.
That sounds horrific.
You'd have to take like a 6-hour shower to clean that mess off.
That's going to be a whole nother list of problems.
Dude, right? Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Glass. Oh. That would be the worst.
All right. Anybody else coming? Let's see. I think Nance was trying to figure out how to get on. Let's see here.
Kyla's here. Kyla's
Hey,
here.
Kai.
Say hi. Like not on demand. I won't.
I see Elena has joined.
Thank you.
Hello.
Let's see here. Put it on Facebook, and then we'll get started.
Are you able to live stream this to Facebook?
No, I'm just saying I'm putting in the link on Facebook, our Facebook group. But I think we could. I mean, we probably could do that.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a Facebook video tool or something like that. I was looking at the other day. I think I could do it. Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
at some point, we need to talk about next week's meetings. All I've got are just webinars. I don't know who's doing what and when.
Okay. I'll talk to you about that afterwards.
Yep. Yeah.
Alrighty. So, where's Nance? She was trying to get on.
Fancy Nancy. She said she's joining. She said, hold on.
She's late. She has to stick to her MO, even if it's virtual.
virtually late.
We're talking about Nance, not Stag.
Oh,
Where
I think
is
it's just-
Stag? She's
I
not
think
even.
it's just if you're named Rachel.
It must be. Yeah, it's just a Rachel thing.
It is the
Where
rate.
is, where is Stag today?
She says she doesn't know which day it is.
Home. 2 boys, and then there's a grown boy.
Yeah, for real.
Somebody text Stag and wake her up. I don't know if I have. Oh, here she is. Hold on. Okay. All right, we'll get started. Duke, can you record in case
It's
anybody
recording.
wants to watch this? We can cut out all the crap in the
Do
beginning.
you guys
So-
all get emails after the
Oops.
meeting when I record them?
Huh?
Do you guys all get emails after the meeting when the recording's done?
I don't know.
Have y'all been not getting? Okay. So when they're done, I'm uploading them into the training folder in Google Drive. So you guys all have access to it. If you just go to Keaton Co. Google Drive folder, there's a training, and then inside there, there's meeting recordings.
I can't hear you. Oh, there you
Okay.
are.
Yeah. Oh, there.
Oh, sorry.
All right, let's get started.
Hey, I just want to tell you, I just ratified a deal.
Woo woo! Nice.
The one you were working on last night?
Yeah, is Sarah on this call?
Awesome.
Awesome.
I'm not sure.
Sarah,
You
I
will
do
be.
not see her.
tell her. It's good news. All right, that's all.
That is
I'm
good
listening.
news. All right, let's get started, and then we'll have a discussion at the end. Got a lot I want to say. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So today we are going to talk about your personal gold mine, which is your sphere of influence, also known as SOI, but we're going to say SOIPC by bringing in our past clients in the same bucket. So sphere of influence and your past clients, your personal gold mine. This is the most valuable place you will find clients. All right. Basics of marketing. The name of the game is to get people to, 1, know you, then like you, and trust you. And then as long as you're providing over-the-top service and consistently following up, your business will grow, right? Know you, like you, and trust you. We talk about this a lot, but know you, they have to know who you are. Obviously, first, they have to like you to want to do business with you. They may know of you, but they say, I don't like that person, so I don't want to do business. And then the third part is to trust you with their biggest asset, selling their home or helping them purchase a home. It's a big deal. It's more than selling them a can of Coke where they can get the same product somewhere else and it's going to be consistent. They got to know you, like you, and trust you. And then as long as you're providing over-the-top service, consistently following up, your business is going to grow. It's a very simple formula. So your sphere of influence and your past clients give you number 1 and number 2 automatically. They should. Hypothetically, your sphere of influence should know who you are. That's the people that you can influence. And they hypothetically like you, right? Because by definition, if you can influence somebody, most likely they like you. So they already help with 1 and 2 versus prospecting, outbound prospecting, whether you're calling FSBOs, whether you're calling expireds, whether you're calling internet leads, or you're trying to find business somewhere else and you're trying to build this database and rapport with people. Why not start with the people who already help you with number 1 and number 2 of this list? Now, you still have to earn number 3. That still must be earned, right? Because I learned quickly, as probably a lot of you guys did, when I got my license, I assumed everybody that knew me and liked me were going to use me. That's not true. Even my family members, they were like, well, Danny's just got his real estate license, so why should I trust him with this sale? I mean, I like him, I know him, but that doesn't mean I'm going to trust him, right? Somebody can like you and know you, but they don't trust you to perform surgery on their heart until you've proven themselves to be, worthy of that. Go to school, have success stories, right? So that takes time. You have to earn that a little bit, but you can start it with number 1 and number 2, and that begins with your sphere of influence and past clients. What is your SOI? Anyone that you would see in the grocery store that you know enough to say hello to. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of sometimes dread going into a particular grocery store in Goochland. Not dread, I shouldn't say dread, but if I need to get in and out quickly, I don't go to the Food Lion at Goochland because every time I go in there, I'm going to see somebody. And then, I feel obligated to talk to them and, see how they're doing, stuff like that. Inevitable every single time. Tamara gets frustrated with me, with my wife, and will say, what took you so long? I'm sorry, I saw so-and-so, and then I saw so-and-so, and so-and-so. So hypothetically, anybody that you would see in a grocery store enough to say hello to. I mean, some of you guys will say hello to every single person, but that's obviously not my point. But you may feel obligated to say hello to. That's your sphere of influence. How do you build your sphere of influence? How do you build this group of people and increase it? Number one, you got to get out of your house, okay? Not right now so much because we're under coronavirus stay-at-home directive or whatever you want to call that thing. But in any other normal time, you've got to get out of your house, right? You've got to go to events, go to your kids' events. When it's comfortable to stay at home, you need to leave. We're in a human connection business. We're not in a business where we're just selling a particular product online, where you're Elon Musk or whatever it might be, and you're providing a service that way. We are in a particular business where people have to see you face to face, get to know you, like you, trust you, and then they're going to call you and use you for business. It's so easy, again, to hang out at home because that's the comfortable thing to do. But get out of the house, go do things, and talk to people, right? I try to make a point just to talk to people, even when it's uncomfortable. Usually when it's uncomfortable, that's when I know I need to do something, right? That's when I know I should be going out and doing this thing because it's uncomfortable, right? When we go to events, it's so easy to, sometimes I want to be an introvert. I don't really know what I am. I could be an introvert some days and an extrovert some days. I want to see people, and some days I'm like, I'm fine. But like I might be in a crowd and I might just kind of hang out over in the corner because that's the comfortable thing to do, right? But do the thing that's uncomfortable. Get out your house, talk to people, meet people. Prospect, right? So, you're building the knowing who you are by prospecting, right? Making your calls, calling whatever you're doing, the FSBOs, expireds, internet leads. I mean, any type of that stuff, that's prospecting. That's going out, maybe door knocking, maybe doing an open house. I would consider that prospecting in some ways. So you have to do that. That's another way of growing your sphere. Number 3, close as many deals as possible, right? Just get them done. I remember the first couple of years I was in the business, I said yes to every single opportunity that was presented to me. And I'm telling you, I've told a lot of you guys this stuff, but, splits, it was like I was left with like, pennies at the end of these deals. For every $1,000, one time I figured I was getting $190. So 19% after a lot of these splits. So I'd get a lead from a guy in our other office, and it would be 38% would go to Dave Ramsey, and then we would split 50% of it, and then I would get 70% of what was left over, and it would turn out to be 19% of the total commission. And I was still paying for all the marketing. I was putting the sign in, I was paying for the photos, I was doing everything like that. So, and I looked at what I was making, and I was like, man, this isn't much. But what happened was I was building a database. I was building a sphere of influence. You got to think of each person kind of like a branch in your business, the overall life cycle of your business. One person you plant a seed with, you got to not think about it in terms of the dollars that I'm making or the percent that I make. Percent should not be anything about any thought in your mind as an agent. It should be, what kind of seed is this going to sprout to and become for my future business? So what I just encourage you guys to do is close as many deals as possible. Now, there comes a point in your career when you can start saying no, when you can say, okay, I need to be selective about my time because I need to focus on my sphere of influence only, right? And you should build a point to transition to that. But until you've got the business rolling in where you're comfortable with, and you're saying, okay, I've got the income that I want, and I've got the flow and the stream of business that I want, you should be closing every single deal that you possibly can to build that sphere, right? You're building that sphere. Working your sphere. Okay. So this is one of my favorite things to talk about, but it's gratitude. And if you guys haven't listened to or haven't listened to it in a while, check out Brian Buffini's Secret Ingredient to Success. And he talks about this as gratitude. It's awesome. One of the greatest human needs is to be appreciated, right? Is to be appreciated. So what do we need to do? How do we respond to that? You need to express it. Express it, not is. You need to speak it, act it out, give something, show gratitude, show appreciation for people, right? One of my friends, Mr. Brandon Keene, he's just, every time I talk to him, he just says, hey, I appreciate you. I just want you to know I appreciate you. He says that, and it means so much because, you know, they're basically saying when they say that is you have value, and I see that. I see that value in you as a human or whatever it is. People need to be appreciated, and you need to express it. It's good for you as a human, and then it's good for your people that you are influencing. It's good for everybody. What's rewarded is repeated. Always remember that. What's rewarded is repeated. So practically, what does that mean? When someone sends you a referral, first thing you should do, first thing is somebody says, Bob Smith told me to call you, and you know, you've worked with him in the past, or he said you're a good agent or whatever. You need to call Bob Smith right after that phone call. Don't delay it. Don't delay. Don't, you know, not do that right away. Call him. Say thank you so much. Send him a text, and then send them a handwritten note. Right. Give them something to show value. Right. I have, you know, in the past, given a little gift card, just say I express, you know, I want to tell you how thankful I am for you. You don't have to say, now there are rules with RESPA laws about saying, thank you for the referral. Here's money, or here's something of value. Right. So there's a gray area there. I'll say that. So what I started doing was just like, I would write the letter and I just say, I appreciate you. Thank you for being a friend. Right. So, I mean, that's all it is. But I would call them and I would express there's nothing illegal or wrong, immoral, whatever, about calling somebody and saying, thank you so much for that referral. I'm so thankful for you. A lot of times, guys, that means way more than money anyway. But take action, because when you do that, you know what they're going to do. Something stirs inside of them that said, man, I was appreciated when I did this action. So I'm going to do this action again. I'm going to tell another friend about it. I'm going to tell another friend. I'm going to tell my neighbor. And, you know, you want to get to the point where, you know, your sphere of influence is thinking about you all the time, to where you are top of mind for them, that they're doing this on a consistent basis. And one way to do that is to show them appreciation and gratitude. When you close a deal, you know, show gratitude to your clients. You know, so many times we as agents can, you know, it's like, you know, you close a deal and then you just, that part of your brain is just like, okay, I've checked that box off. I'm shutting it down. I'm going to move on to the next client, or move on to the next fire to put out, or where's my next commission check coming from? And we just kind of leave people hanging, right? And I think that's partly why our industry gets such a bad rap, because they look at agents as just like, they're just looking out for money. So it's like you close a deal and then all of a sudden they don't hear from their agent again, months or years or whatever it might be. That should be the beginning of your true relationship with your clients. When you close that deal, make it a consistent basis that you're checking in. You know, we have on our closing action plan and Follow Up Boss, it'll actually remind you 1 month later to check in on them and see how they're doing. I'm telling you guys, that means so much to people when you check in with somebody and just say, hey, I'm so thankful for being able to help you, and you giving me that opportunity. I mean, that phrase right there, thank you for giving me that opportunity. Look for ways to say that in every conversation, just a side note. But when you call your client a month later and you say, thank you for giving me the opportunity to help you, and you say, is there anything I can do for you? You'll open up conversations, you'll build trust, you'll build likability, and you'll increase your referrals. Continued with that. Reviews, guys. Reviews are so important. We are in the age of digital reviews, and people search for that stuff, right? People are searching for, who is the best agent in this area, or who knows this part of town, or whatever it might be, or someone, and you know what happens? Somebody sends someone a referral, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to look you up. They're still going to look you up online and see, are they closing deals? Do they have good reviews? Because, they want to make sure for themselves that you're going to be taking care of them, right? So you want to build your reviews on Facebook, right? Facebook page, a business page that you might have, so people can find you there. On Google, which is, probably one of the more important ones that we definitely neglect. But so you should have, on your Google business page, if you don't have a website, actually our website was launched today. We'll talk about that later. But if you have a website, or if you have a Facebook page that directs, or a URL that directs people to a Facebook page, create a Google account, a Google business account. That should be something you guys are writing down right now. Create a Google business account, because what's going to happen is somebody says, hey, use Rachel Nance. She's awesome. She took great care of me. They're going to Google Rachel Nance. And then when Google, they'll Google Rachel Nance Realtor, right? And then Google sees that phrase and they see it's relevant to this business page. And then you pop up and you look like a legitimate business page. So you want to have that business page. It'll take you 15 minutes to do it. You can have a location. You can either make it here at this office or your home. Google will send you a little card, and you punch in a code to verify your address, and then you pop up on Google Maps. And then from there, you can add reviews. You can add reviews on your Google business page. The more reviews you have, the more legitimate Google believes that you are. And when they type in your name, they type in Daniel Duke Realtor, they're going to, it's going to be legitimized by your reviews and by your page, your business page that you've created. It's free. Do your business page, link it to your website.
Does it?
Yeah.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Yes,
Is it
Google,
free?
Google business
Is
page
it free?
is free. Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And then, of course, on Zillow, everybody can create a free Zillow account. You can get reviews on Zillow. Your reviews that are with, the team, the company, stay with you forever. Whether you, go and do your something else apart from the company, your reviews stay with you. So build your reviews on Zillow. People search for that stuff. They're looking. I would say the order of importance is probably in this 1, 2, and 3, but I think these are the 3 most important places you need to build reviews. Reviews can be worth millions of dollars to you. I'm telling you, over the term of your career, it literally can be worth millions if you work them right. I'll just tell you a real quick story. So yesterday I spoke with a lady who is the personal assistant to some very wealthy guy, and she said she found me online. And she was Googling, agents who work in Goochland County. And she said, I read your reviews. And she said, I want you to talk to my employer eventually. And I talked to this lady for an hour. Basically, long story short is he's multi-millionaire. He wants to buy a giant farm in Goochland. He's never had a farm, doesn't know anything about farms. But he wants to buy something, and he has no budget. Like she literally said, budget is not an issue. And so we talked a long time, and it was because of reviews that she's found online where people said, Daniel Keaton took care of me, or Daniel Keaton knows Goochland well. And that's just where this guy wants to be. So a couple lessons there, obviously find your niche, find the niche that you want to be in, whether it's you're helping a particular type of client, whether it's I help teachers, I help nurses, I help doctors, or a particular area. I'm working in Mechanicsville, make sure people kind of mention, Laura Edwards knows King William County like no one else. She took care of us. She's great. So reviews, again, can be worth lots and lots of money to you if you put them out there. You want your name to be blasted on every single possible place it could be on the internet. So when people search for you, they can't help but find you, right? You should create a profile on every single thing that allows you to create a realtor profile on. I mean, realtor.com, Zillow.com, homes.com, obviously Facebook, Google, Zillow, all that stuff. So all those things. And then what happens is Google crawls the internet, searches for your name /realtor, and it says, okay, this is the legitimate person. And it starts making you more and more relevant and bringing you to the top. And you want to be at the top. You want to be at the top of the page when people search for you and they see your reviews. Continue with this. Keys to over-the-top service, building your sphere of influence. Over-the-top service. What does that mean? Consistent communication before, during, and after your transaction, like we talked about before, right? Consistent communication, not just during the transaction, right? But before, during, and after. And not just when something's going wrong, right? I think that's a big mistake that we make a lot of times too. And what happens is you start to become the guy or the girl that, oh gosh, when I see their phone call, something's wrong or something's wrong in our transaction, or when I call them, it's because I need them to do something and there's a fire they need to put out. No, make that communication consistent, make it filled with happy moments and wins too. Like, so, hey, the appraisal came back. It was great. I just want to tell you guys, it came back. So we're past that part. The next step is this. I'm going to be doing this next week, all this stuff. So give them the positive things. So consistent communication. The number one complaint that people have about real estate agents is lack of communication. Keep yourself and everyone else calm in the situation, right? You want to leave a good taste in their mouth when you close the deal. Now, you might, negotiate for them hard. You might get them the best deal. You might check every box and take care of it. But if they remember that as a stressful transaction, if they remember it as they were just stressed through it, it's not going to leave them with a good taste in their mouth. So you want to be the one who keeps everybody calm, having fun, enjoying the process as much as they possibly can. And it's going to plant a little seed in their head that says, that was a great experience, because it's all about the experience. It's not necessarily as much about you getting the great deal or you finding, that just perfect house. Like, people remember the experience more than anything, and you control the experience. Show them that you are on their side, that you are fighting for them. The moment a client thinks that you need a commission or you're working for yourself, you've lost them, right? Again, you can do 1 and 2 of this, consistent communication, keeping everybody calm. But if they think you're looking out for yourself, you've lost them, and they're not going to refer a friend. Because, when people refer people, when they refer someone to their friends, they want to make sure you're going to take care of them, right? They're going to make sure you're going to give them the consistent experience that they received, a good, consistent experience. So keep them calm. Make sure they know that you are on their side. You're fighting for them. You're an advocate. They should be almost reminded of that consistently. I tell people that, look, I'm on your side. If they say, well, what do you think? Should we offer this, or should we do this? Should we try to do this? And if I think it's maybe something that's kind of, unrealistic, unreasonable, I'll say, look, I'm on your side. I'll do it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to fight for it. Now, I'll probably set expectations and say, most likely, I don't think they're going to go for that, but I'm going to do everything I can to try it, right? You don't just say, I don't think that'll work, but let me give it a shot, because then they don't think you're trying for them. They have to know you're on their side. Good marketing attracts. It doesn't ask. Or, good marketing attracts. It doesn't seek is another way maybe you could put that. So you got to use a combination of 2 things for good marketing to your sphere of influence. 1, publicly showing your face and genuinely interacting with people. We talked about it before. You got to get out your house. You got to leave. You got to go face to face with people, talk with people. And then 2, digitally promoting yourself through social media and email, right? If you do one of the other of these things, it will either create friction, or at minimum, you won't make any progress. And what do I mean by friction? So if you are, let's say you're just out and you're just you don't do anything online, but all you do is talk to people about real estate when you're in the public. They're going to be like, oh gosh, here comes Daniel. He just wants to talk about real estate again. It creates this friction. So you're going to push people away from you. People don't like friction. People like a smooth interaction, right? So when you're in public, it should not be about a real estate conversation. Obviously, unless somebody brings questions like that up, then you naturally segue into it. How's the market doing? What's happening with this virus and real estate? You talk about stuff, but you don't bring it up. Oh, I was out showing houses all day. I was doing this. And then the people are like, okay, I'm going to tune this person out. Okay, right. So, but if you are just out in public, you don't talk about real estate, then you don't do anything on social media. How are they going to know what you do, right? So I believe, and we've had success by making a combination of these things. Being in public, showing genuine interest and care, and genuinely interacting with people. And then on social media, make sure every person you've met online is either following you, you're following them on Instagram, or they're friends with you on Facebook. Then you put it out there. Again, and the 3-to-1 ratio, right? Not every single thing that you say about on Facebook is about real estate, because again, you're going to create friction. You're going to push people away. They'll tune you out, right? Why are people on social media? They're on there because they want to see what's going on with other people's lives. They want to escape. They want to laugh. Whatever. They want to find news sometimes. But so, you go on social media and give them the things that they want. They're not going on there. I wonder what of my 10 realtor friends are doing today in the real estate world on Facebook. Let me go check. No, they're not doing that, right? So you give them the things they want, meaning like you do, your personal stuff, your family stuff, your hobbies, your interests, things that connect you with people, right? I kind of gotten to the point where I just use Facebook as like almost like a personal journal, like that I can look back and remember, but understanding that people like that stuff. People want to see what's going on as I want to see what's going on in my friends' lives. And then a 3-to-1 ratio, every 4th post, something about real estate, right? Something where I said, I'm out showing property, whatever it might be. I'm about to go show this house, a video about, what's happening in the market, the virus, the buyer tips, seller tips, whatever it is. So a 3-to-1 ratio. Again, if you only do one of these things, you're not going to make progress. But if you combine these two things, it's an amazing tool for you to grow your sphere of influence. VIP club. Okay. So we've been doing that. We've done that in the past. We're not doing it as much right now, and I'll explain that in a second. But but if I was, starting off in real estate and, basically start building from the ground up, I would be doing this all over. I'd be all over this, doing it more consistently. Doesn't work quite as well with a big company with a bunch of different people, because you need to build your own personal brand as a real estate agent. But as a individual agent, every one of you guys should have something like this. So your goal should be to create raving fans of you and your service, right? Make it exclusive to people who have closed or referred people to you. Now, you might, if you guys are newer, you might say, well, I haven't had anybody. But maybe just start it with your closest people who are going to refer or do something with, right? But if you've closed some deals, even if it's 3 people, 5 people, their spouse, whatever, make a VIP club. Show them that they are special, that they're valued, okay? So the VIP club framework looks like this. Basically, create a private Facebook group, invite only. Again, it feels exclusive, right? And then invite those people to it. Shoot a video and pin to the top explaining the group and welcoming people. So if you guys want a framework on that, just look at our, I think it's just Keaton & Company VIP Club or something like that. You should be a member. If you're not, send me an invite or send me a message. I'll invite you to it. But you pin a video at the top, so every time somebody goes to it, the new person, or they revisit it, they see this video, and the video explains what it is. So basically in the video, I'm saying, hey, I just wanted to welcome you to this group. This is a VIP exclusive invite-only group for our past clients and referral partners. We just want to show you how thankful we are for you. Again, expressing that gratitude. We are so thankful for you. We're going to provide you items of value, and just to show you how grateful we are for you and your friendship over the years, whatever, something like that. And they see that video, so they see it, understand what's going on, and then provide value, right? Give stuff away once a month. I think that's a good time frame. So what happens with this, guys, is if you guys remember when we were doing this, you're giving stuff away, and you say the first, whatever you want it to be. Let's say 10 people gets a $10 gift card to the movie theater, or pedicures or whatever, all kinds of stuff like that. People love that stuff. And it's funny because some people are like, why would somebody drive 15 minutes for a $10 gift card or 30 minutes for whatever? People did it. They liked it. You know what? I think part of it is because people like to feel like they're appreciated, right? And so what happens is this gets them in front of you, because you don't send it out, you don't mail it, because that defeats the whole purpose. It gets them in front of you. They come into the office, they come into wherever you are, and you speak with them. You build rapport. You don't talk about real estate. It's obvious. This is what you do. They know you. They know this is what you do. You don't have to talk about real estate. So it will happen passively. But again, you ask them how they're doing, how's life, how's the house, how's their dog, whatever it might be. And then a big piece of this is invite them to quarterly events. And we'll talk about that in a second. Or biannual at the minimum, I believe twice a year, biannual events. And we'll talk about the events in a second. All right, events. To me, this is probably the best return on investment you're going to have. The dollar spent, time spent. But looking back in the past, it was the best ROI that I've ever had. So the effects of a VIP event it lasts longer than just the 3-hour event. You have to think about it as a long-term thing. So we're going to announce soon here, provided that we can get out at this time. But we're going to do another movie event. It'll be the 3rd year in a row that we've done at the Goochland Drive-In Theater. And these events are awesome, guys. It is such a great event, great excuse to get in front of people.
That place is open.
It's not. They decided not to open. They got a lot of pushback. So that's at least the last thing I looked at maybe like 2 days ago, because they were going to open. Actually, the governor gave them permission to open, and then a lot of people were trying to say they're being irresponsible, so they decided to wait. But I think I think it'll be fine this summer when they're at their peak. And what we did was, we planned it out in advance. We roped off an area. They roped off the area for us. We had, last time we had 110 people there, something like that. And it's awesome. You're giving something of value. You're showing, you're expressing appreciation, and then you have a chance to get in front of all these people. And the cool thing is, when your sphere starts to come together and you see them sitting at a table eating a Goochland drive-in dog or whatever they call it, and they're like, "Oh, well, Daniel was your realtor too. Who's your realtor?" Oh my gosh, that is the greatest event to happen at your event. You want your sphere, you want your club to feel like they know each other and they're exclusive. They have this exclusive event or exclusive group, right? So do these things. You can piggyback off the company ones. I would say definitely do that. I mean, you don't have to pay for that, but you could even have your own stuff, your own little private events, and it doesn't have to be a big thing. You could have just, hey, we're going to have a happy hour at this restaurant. We're going to, I'm going to have people over my house or whatever it might be. You should be planning something you should always have something in the works that you're planning, right? So again, it lasts longer than a 3-hour event because this is the beauty of it. You get to reach out to your clients to tell them about it with zero friction, right? It's an excuse, to call or text your people, and you're not saying, "Hey, do you know anybody who wants to buy or sell a house? Do you want to sell your house? I know you bought it a year ago." There's no friction. It's just, look, I just want to make sure you guys got the invite to our VIP event. We're going to do a movie theater drive-in. It's going to be, you're going to have free popcorn. You have free tickets. It's just for our exclusive clients. Can you guys make it? And everybody loves that. Who hates making cold calls? I mean, who would prefer to make a warm call than a cold call? I think that's everybody right there. This is a very warm call, and it's a great investment of your time and resources. Okay, so a couple things about this. Find a sponsor. If you're going to do something on your own, we do this on a company level, but find sponsors, find people, loan officers, insurance people, whoever you think would benefit from getting in front of your clients, your database, and then promote the sponsors in that event, right? So if they're helping you buy food, they're helping you buy tickets, whatever, you should be promoting them and saying, "Hey, this is so-and-so, is a great loan officer I work with, and he's helped sponsor this event." And then when you send email reminders about this event in the up and coming months, a few different times, put them in there, put their name and number and all that stuff. They feel special. Those people that you work with feel valued, right? And so not just like, "Hey, give me your money and help me pay for this event," but like, no, you're giving them something of value. And you're talking about how grateful you are of those people. And then email people, text them, call them, Facebook event, create these things so people can come in and, and like it. We did Eventbrite last time, when we did the one here. It was awesome, guys. I mean, for those of you guys that didn't come, I mean, we had, Brittany could tell me, but I think it was like 120 maybe that were like, said they were coming. And then probably 50 people or so ended up not coming, but we still had over 100 people here, because what happens is a lot of times people just don't RSVP. And so, I mean, if it wasn't for the stinking virus, we could have had probably close to 200 people here, I think. But what happens is people see like how many people have RSVP'd, and the more people you get, then there's a social law. I don't know what you would call it, but like if other people want something that I want it, or if this is going to be a good event, so it works in your favor. And then in these events, go all out, make people feel special, show them that they're valued. Again, this is one of the most natural human needs. A couple more slides here. Communication and marketing. All right, a plan is not a plan if it's not written down somewhere. A plan is not a plan if it's not written down somewhere. It's not going to happen. It's not going to execute. I want to do this. I would like to do this. None of that means anything unless you put it on paper or on your computer. Write it down somewhere. Write it down. The marketing, I would say marketing/communication plan, because that's essentially what you're doing. You're communicating with your audience. It should consist of a combination of weekly emails to your database, and then alternate every other week with this. This is what I believe. Marketing updates / buyer tips, things about real estate 1 week. Then the next week, motivational, encouraging, positive, not necessarily real estate related, right? I think that's a beautiful framework to work off of. Once a week, so it's not every week is just real estate stuff, but you're getting something positive, encouraging, a quote, whatever it might be, a devotional that you want to encourage people with. And then the other week you do an email. It doesn't have to be extravagant, doesn't have to be crazy. If you use MailChimp, it's free up to 500 people. If you go over 500 people, I think it's $10 a month, and it's a great investment. Constant Contact is a little more expensive. I want to say it's like maybe 30 or 40 bucks a month. But it's a little bit more robust, but they have, templates so you can make it look nice. You drag and drop things in there, a video. So what we do now is we're shooting a video on Facebook or YouTube and then dragging it into the video. It's just basically a link, and then it's a thumbnail. So people click on that, right? So this is communicating with your sphere of influence. You should have touching them once a week. That's 52 times a year, right? At minimum every other week, So, or then quarterly or biannual events, like we just talked about, social media posts, interactions, videos, again, 3-to-1 rule, and then monthly personal touches to your SOI and your past clients, meaning text messages, phone calls, stuff like that. Again, none of this stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, is not going to happen if you don't have a plan written down somewhere. It's just not going to happen. There's no chance. So make sure you write it down and put a plan together. All right. Now go and do it. Do it. All right. What questions do you guys have? No questions.
I do.
Good.
Well, no, I just have a comment. So,
Okay.
well, I have a question and a comment. You answered my question about how you make so you're saying you make like a YouTube video or a Facebook video and then you can drag it over. Does it
you're essentially putting a link. You're not dumping the video into
it's like
email.
a box with like a click here, right?
Yes. Yeah, but it looks like a thumbnail, right?
Does it
You can make
have
it look like
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying you can make it look like a thumbnail. You can drag one of those play buttons over top of an image. What I do is I'll pause the image on Facebook, the video, and then I'll just take a screenshot, and it's got the big play button right in the middle of it. So it's the simplest, easiest thing. And then you drag that as the image, and it's just an image, but it looks like you click here to play it, and essentially it just brings you over to.
Oh, so you just
Facebook.
hyperlink the image. Okay.
Correct.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Second thing, I created a Google Business account, but maybe I just haven't looked at it enough. I couldn't figure out how to link. I thought I linked my Facebook page to it, but maybe I didn't. So I'm just going to relook at that. But I might ask you about that after. But thanks for pointing those out. That was awesome.
Yeah. What is it, Ashley Harrell Realtor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not showing up.
Dang. Yeah, because it was like, link your website. And I'm like, I got a Facebook page. And so I just copied my URL from Facebook, and I guess it didn't save because I tried to do it again, but I was like, maybe I need a third party to look at it. So I'll go back and look at that.
Yeah, I would say I think you need to verify the location, and that's one of the steps in there. And then again, like I said, it'll send you this thing to do that. Basically, it'll send you a postcard, and then you punch in a number.
Okay, cool. I will do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. What else? Any other comments, questions? Is that it?
That was awesome.
I can see you twice.
Yeah, cool. Hold on a second. I'll
Oh, thank you.
no. Here, I'll just turn this one off. Hang this one up. I don't know how to do it. Here we go. Boom. I'm still on it here. All right. Well, I guess you guys are just gonna go do it, right? There's no pushback or questions or any thoughts on this.
Will you send out that PowerPoint, or will it be saved somewhere?
Yeah, I can email it to you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll email it
I
to you all
may
right now.
I may need a FaceTime with Duke to help me connect it because I am so not tech savvy
Connect what?
to do the Google page and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, we can help. Brittany can help you. Duke could help you. So I'll tell you. I mean, all right, let's do this. I'll do it real quickly. I mean, if we have a little bit of time, we still got some time. I will present here, and then I will show y'all how to do it real quickly. Rejoin. All right, join now. Present. Come on. Window. Let's see. This one. Okay. So if you go into your Gmail account through the team, there's all these tools over to the right. Now we pay for these tools. It's a premium account, so you get all these tools. You don't have to have, you don't need Microsoft Word. You don't need PowerPoint. You don't need all these things that, we have, and the resources are there, so you might as well use them. Can y'all see my screen? What's going on now?
Yeah, but my internet is slow, so I can't catch up yet.
Okay. Well, it's pretty simple. So if you go to your email, and then over here you see these little dots right here.
Mm-hmm.
So little dots. So that's all the apps. That's all the Google apps, right? So you go down where it says My Business. It looks like a little storefront type of thing. Everybody see that? I wish I could have like one of those things where it highlights your mouse. My Business. Okay, and basically, I've already created it, but it should take you through a process that gives you like step 1, step 2, do this, right?
So I don't know if anybody else is like following along, but I definitely don't have that. So
You don't have My Business?
and it could just be me. I mean, I can go to like, for sake of time, I could go to like Ads Manager or Apps Manager and see if I can add it. But
Are you signed in on your Keating Company account?
yep.
Does anybody else not have it?
I'm
I've
still
got
trying to get there. Hang on.
Like I have.
If you do just
Actually-
Google create Google Business account and like Google that, can y'all see this? And you just go right down here, create Google My Business,
Yeah, I don't have it
and then
either.
start from there. That's one way to do it.
Okay, that's what I did.
Yeah.
But
Type
Show me
in
that
his name. So I would say Ashley Harrell Realtor, and be consistent with what you're doing. Like if you put it in Zillow, if you put it on Facebook, if you put it whatever, be consistent with the naming, because again, Google puts all that data together and they say, okay, we're starting to seeing something relevant here because it's a consistent phrase, and we're going to make it more relevant when somebody searches for it. So
Right. Say that again, how you got to it without the little icon.
just Google create Google Business page. Google that term.
Okay.
Create Google Business page. Ashley Harrell Realtor. And then you just go through the steps. Actually, see what I'm doing? I'm not going to go through yours because I don't want to take the name. Have you already created one?
yeah, I thought I did. Maybe I did it wrong. I did Ashley Harrell, Realtor, if that matters. But
So is it the one that says create your own website or create Google Business Setup?
Google Business Setup. Now, creating a website through Google could be a good thing too. Probably helps with your SEO, whatever, search engine optimization. But see, Ashley, you pop up a lot actually, and that's good. You have images. The more images you have of yourself online, the better. this is actually good. So you have your Facebook, Glen Allen Real Estate Services. Do you live in Glen Allen?
I do not.
Oh, maybe this is somebody else. You need to beat them out.
I'm gonna have to go beat them up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I thought you lived in Chesterfield, right?
Yeah, I live in Chesterfield.
Yeah. My internet is slow right now.
Everyone's on the internet.
This is yours, so this is
Yeah,
correct.
that's me.
Yeah.
So, because I put.
Old Brick Road. Yeah.
Yeah. So should I change it to my address or?
Well, I would do your own address so it shows. I mean, there's a couple different ways, but it would be more unique because right now there's like 17 million businesses that come out of this place.
Right.
You know, but that's only for Google. For this, it's not a big deal. But as you go and create it, it'll tell you what's your business location, and then I would probably do your home address. That way, it looks there's not a million businesses around it. Make people can find it easier. But see, so if you search, I don't know if I pop up anymore. I might have transitioned it to. Okay, yeah. So this is what it should look like right here.
Okay.
It should. Obviously, I don't know why I have a picture. Oh, that's from the Goochland Living site. One Google review because I took my Daniel Keaton Realtor and turned it into Keaton & Company Real Estate. So there we go. So we have 60 reviews, pictures, a little image of me or whatever, and then. So anyway, this is what it should look like.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to fix. I'm speaking for everyone, obviously. Sorry. But I'm just speaking for myself. But I'll try to figure it out what I did. I can just, I'm just going to create Google business page, right? That's
Yep.
what you said.
Yeah, it'll take you through the steps.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Daniel, how did you get that? What picture was that you just showed on yours, Keaton & Company?
This one? This
Yeah.
is what Google found is relevant because
Did you
we
see-
have
have you-
uploaded it. Duke, are you on here?
I'm here.
Here's my
So-
picture.
Huh?
Ben, can you present? That's super blurry.
What's your picture? Is that a street view of something?
Yeah, it's the street view with a couple of cars in front of the gather. Like
I
if it was my car right there.
It's probably because you have Gather
if
as
that was
your
the white
business.
Tesla right there would be cool,
Yeah.
but it's not.
That's probably because you have Gather as your business address.
Right.
So our Google Photos actually come up here, like Google, Google Photos. So like all of our listings come up. I'm assuming this was defaulted. Can you verify that, Duke? So this is from June of 2016.
Where are you right now?
I don't think we actually put this on here. Like if you Google Keaton & Company Real Estate, this is one of the first images that come up
Interesting.
that other people have put up. But I'm sure you can edit this. I'm sure you can change this. You just probably have to go in your profile and update it.
And I don't have realtor anywhere. I just when you type in my name, it has
We have to update this.
It has the Swicegood Homes Facebook, and then Newman and Dunn, and then Newman
Dude,
and Dunn.
can you
and then-
update this?
Which one?
Our
what
address?
photo?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Ben, what did you say? You don't have what now?
So when I type in my name, it shows the Swicegood Homes, shows my Facebook page, shows Newman and Dunn, shows licensed realtor, shows Enrico, shows YouTube, but it's just my name. It's not realtor. I never put realtor. So should I go back and try to change all that, or just leave it?
I think so. Yeah,
So
this is
Ben-
Ben Swicegood. I put Ben Swicegood Realtor.
Which account set up this Google or this Keaton & Company profile?
I don't know. We'll figure it out later if you don't know.
Okay,
Brittany
yeah,
probably knows.
My only option is to suggest an edit. I can't actually edit.
Oh.
So it wasn't done from, it looks like yours is the same way. So it looks like neither of our profiles created it.
Gotcha. All right, well, I'll figure it out.
Might be under one of your other.
I have one other question.
Yeah.
And we probably covered it before when I wasn't maybe necessarily paying as much attention. How do we get reviews on Google and Zillow? I think I've done Zillow ones before, but I've never done Google.
You never done Google reviews, so okay.
No.
Let me do
I
this.
don't have any.
Hold on, let me do this. I think it's under my Daniel Spencer Keaton at Gmail. Duke is what that one is. Let me log into it real quick.
Okay.
I'll show you how I think I can get to it. And log
That's
out.
under.
Hopefully I remember my email address. I mean my password. Man, my computer is laggy. There we go. Great day. I came out here for better internet. I think it might be faster at my house. Go here. If Katarina's on here, this is what your inbox should look like, Katarina.
100%. That is the correct way for your inbox to look. Good job, Daniel.
That's right. You actually like it empty. No, you're not the
I
one
like
that
it
likes
like
it.
that.
Yeah, Katarina deletes everything. She has no fear of getting sued.
I stopped though.
No fear.
I did start doing the read and unread thing, but the unread section of your email should not remain full of emails because you are
That is
missing things if that is happening.
If you sort unread first, it's a whole lot easier to clear that crap out.
Yes. And
So I
if
logged
you
into
have-
it then, manage reviews.
Here's the problem with the Google business account is it wants to mail me a postcard to our address on Brick Road. But
Okay, you can do that, or you can change it to make your address your home. Either way, it'll make it work and it'll verify you. But until you have a verified address, you're not going to show up as well on Google.
okay, because the problem is I already put that address in and now it thinks that's my business address. But I will never, literally, I'm not going to gather.
Yeah, I mean, you can update it.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. Settings, linked accounts, manage reviews. Oh, you know, I've done this by actually, if you just go from the public site.
Yeah, you can then edit your business information there.
Yeah, so you can, well, no, I'm saying you can request it.
You're in the wrong account again, DK.
Huh?
You're not in DSK anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't think you have to. I think you can
Okay.
go.
You're talking about for reviews, not to edit the information.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm working on editing the information now.
Review.
Edited.
So yeah,
Edit.
so you can add. So I've already added a review here, but you can basically, I think you can take this URL and send it to someone, and then it takes them to the review page, and then it just says write review.
Right. Oh, I see it. So click the link, copy the link, and then
Yeah.
mail that to people.
Yeah. See, I'd have to edit mine here. Manage reviews. Laura Edwards is the best. She was so kind, patience over the process. Wait, this girl hasn't bought a house with us. Bias.
That's funny.
Yeah, it says my postcard may be delayed due to circumstances.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So
Any other questions on sphere of influence stuff?
your stuff was really great.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. That sounded very insincere. I promise it was sincere.
Well,
I was just-
no, I appreciate that.
Okay, I was reading
I wasn't
as
looking
I was
for that. I want to make
speaking.
sure it was connected with y'all. That
I
you know, it really is probably the most valuable thing. No doubt, not probably, but it is the most valuable part of your business is your sphere of influence.
Yeah, like I think, and I've made a good point about those people that you met at our party. Like them, they're a little bit older, so they're not going to get on Facebook. They're never on Facebook, so they don't see what I'm doing. So I just text them once a month, once every 2 weeks. I'm like, hey, do you need any help with anything? Do you need advice on a fence person? Do you need a garage person? Like,
Yes, yeah, exactly.
and so
They're
they've
new
asked
to
me
the area.
things. But then I also, when I just texted them, I found out that the listing agent hadn't removed the lockbox or their signs. So you just kind of find stuff out. And I was like, I told Kat about that. I was like, don't worry, we'll get it out. And they came and got it the next day.
Yeah.
But
if you had reached out, they probably wouldn't have told you about it,
Yeah. And my reason for reaching out, honestly, like deep down, was just to invite them to the party.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, well, yeah, you could help us get these signs out of our yard. And I was like, no problem.
Exactly.
She's like, are these supposed to stay? No.
Do we?
No, you don't need to advertise for those people.
Exactly.
But I definitely agree. I think that's where we like fall off. We forget to reach out to people that helped us make money, and that, like why let it end there?
Yep, exactly.
I agree.
Alrighty. So real quick announcement, Boomtown, our website is launched today. KeatonandCompany.com, and everybody's going to have a subdomain of this. Oh shoot. I think they said I had to. It worked on my home computer.
Click on advanced, and then down low it says proceed to whatever.
Okay. It hasn't been like verified yet. There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm
All right,
on
well,
there. I see it. I see it.
So y'all's page will look like this, and it'll be like / your name or something like that. So we probably need to get them all those photos. Actually, I think you can do your own editing to it. But it would be nice to see if they can help us do it. But so this shows our listings first. And so when you want to share a link to something, you share it from your page. That way they fall onto your page, and you can turn on, this. You'll learn this stuff by looking through it, but you can turn on little triggers that as they click, boom, see this pops up, continue with Facebook or an email address, and they punch in their email address, and then it says
goodbye. Or click X and log out.
Yeah, and they don't. Yeah, but they don't see it. But obviously, you want to capture. I think they said you want to They capture. I don't know what it was, like, I don't know, 10% or 15% of all the people find. But you want to get the name. So, and then you put your full name, and then your phone number is your password, right? So once somebody's registered, they can search on your site without having to do that again. And that's how you can capture leads that way.
So Dan, once it does that and it asks them to put in their email and their name, does that like get sent to us somehow?
Yes.
Okay.
Gets sent to you directly if they came to the website through your link.
What if it comes through on just the general KeatonandCompany.com? Then
it's going to be on the rotation as we're going to set up the agent of the day thing, just like the regular lead flow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Doggy, here you go. Sorry, that my son's coming to. Sorry, I so easily switch from normal conversation to just nowadays. If they come through our site, would that be considered a lead, or would it be considered,
No, it's yours. That's your personal. Yep. Okay. No, that's your personal. Yeah, create Facebook, ads, links, put them in groups, share them with your sphere. That's your own lead as far as split purposes go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Have y'all been playing around with Boomtown a little bit?
Yeah, it's got a lot. I was doing like the on-demand trainings yesterday. And it's really good. Like, it shows you step by step, like how to set up your account, how to set up your profile, how, like, it kind of like Ben was saying the other day, it walks you through, like, this is your phone number. I haven't finished it. My goal is to spend like an hour on it, unless I have more time available, just to kind of figure it out. But I like it.
Awesome.
So far.
Awesome. Yeah, we want to utilize this thing because it's like I said, it's lots of tools, and it'll be a little bit of a learning curve. One thing I found very helpful. Let me see if I can find it. So all of their stages, they explain these things. And we'll end the call here in a minute. I know you guys probably got a million things to do, but I'll email you this document that explains the stages and how to put them in there and how they do it. Because we can't change the stages. Like Follow Up Boss in some ways had a little bit more of custom ability, but Boomtown is basically like, this is what we've experimented with. This is what works. Use this. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of their philosophy. But let me find this email.
Do they have an app like Follow Up Boss?
Yes, download the app. Yep, I think it's called Boomtown now, but just search Boomtown. You log in with your same thing. Yep.
When will stuff start coming through them instead of Follow Up Boss?
I'm working on that today, but our goal is Monday. Yep. Goal is Monday. Let me see here. Where is this guy's email? I'll send it to you guys. I'll find it and send it to you. April, yeah, it's probably April 2nd.
Did you guys know there's a radio station called
Boomtown, Richmond? Yeah.
Yeah. I personally do not listen to it, but my husband, who is younger than me, is actually a huge fan. I don't understand.
Really?
I don't understand. But
what is it?
It's like, what is it, like 80s, 90s? No, not 90s.
Past that, people that
the baby boomers.
The boomers? Really?
So much older, I don't even know what it is.
Well, I kind of like that kind of music, like oldies and stuff like that.
I'm pretty much a country girl or a R&B girl. Those are the only two ways I go.
I was so 3 months out ready to buy or sell.
Looks like they played the Beatles, Stevie Wonder, Tom Petty, The Who. Yeah, that's a good lineup. That's good stuff. Steely Dan.
Automatically equate it. When I was a kid, my stepdad used to love that. Well, he still does love that music. And every time I'd get in his car, he was the only parent that wouldn't let me change the station. And my mom would let me change the station. My dad would let me change the station. But my stepdad was like, nope, this is all that I play. So I would be like forced to listen to it. So now I just don't like it.
Where is this thing? All right. How are y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? Driving crazy.
Doing all right. In fact, anybody wants to come help me dig a hole in my backyard, I've got to dig up my sewer line. So,
oh, shoot.
Yeah.
No one can help you. We're not allowed to be going to people's houses right now.
You don't have
You
to
got to dig up the whole line?
Yeah, backyard. You have to dig. I have to replace the whole line. Or, well, the PVC line that they just installed last year, I have to raise up and flatten out because it's got a belly in it where it settled. But
there's no way to call the company that did it for like warranty information?
Not that part.
You asked them though?
Yeah.
Oh.
But the cast iron pipe wouldn't be under warranty either. That one's got to be replaced, cut out, and that's gonna suck. That part's really gonna suck.
Yeah.
I'm meeting with Kim Knuckles today since y'all raved about her.
Oh, you haven't met with her yet?